Hello everyone, and welcome back to Poppy Seed Mini, and welcome back to my miniature greenhouse. Today, I'm going to show you how to make these miniature paper tulips for your dolls. So, let's get crafting. Okay, before we get started crafting, I am still on the hunt for the Make It Mini Spring tulips. So I had Mom pick me up another ball. All right, so hopefully what has ended up working is we took our scale to the store and we found a ball that was around 95 grams. So hopefully this has my tulip in it. All right. Please, please, please. Oh no. Oh no. It's another chicken. Oh. All right, guys. I sent Mom back to the store and I had her dig, and hopefully this is the one. Let's put it on the scale. And we are at 91 grams this time. All right. Way lighter. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Let's see. Okay. All right. I don't see a chicken. Did I finally get the tulips? Oh. Now I'm in too big of a hurry to open it. I see them. I see. Oh, not tulips. Daffodils, I mean. Y'all know what I meant, right? There they are. Oh, they're so cute. All right. So, the cute little tulips come with this little pink tray, which is adorable. And the little pots come in their very own little box with the little bunny and chickie pots even printed on the front. I love when the boxes are so detailed. So it comes with the little chickie and the little bunny. Oh. See, I needed these. I needed these pots in my collection because they're so darn cute. And I'm not going to be sorry if I say cute one too many times in the next couple of minutes, because they are. They're just too cute. All right, I got my little daffodils that go in their little pots, which of course there should be dirt in here somewhere, but I'm in too big of a hurry. Oh. Got another little package here. And we get, oh yes, here's our dirt. And the little signs, they're so cute. All right, and I'm gonna need my little shovel here because I'm pretty sure it comes with a shovel. There it is. Oh, and there's the little Easter topper that we can use to make more Easter candy. Even though Easter is over, we'll have Easter next year, right? Let's add our little dirt to the pot. And I'm gonna use my fingers for a minute here because I think I'll have better luck. Love how squishy their dirt is. Ooh. Okay. I wonder if this is more than I need. Just pinch off what I don't need. Here I was thinking that little bag of dirt didn't look like it was enough, and here it is more than plenty. Because even my chickie looks like it's got too much. There we go. Okay. And then let's put our little daffodils inside. Oh, oh, this one's got a little double bulb on it with the little baby coming out. It's so cute. Oh, maybe I did need more dirt. I'll stick that in a little better. All right, we got the little signs here, and they come with little stickers. Your blossom, high maintenance, belief in yourself, and grow with the flow. I like that. Let's see here. Which ones would I pick? I decided to go with your blossom and belief in yourself. And then we can stick those in there, hopefully without knocking everything over. Ha ha. Miniatures, I tell you what. There we go. Oh, so fun. All right, now I know you're not all here to just watch me open daffodils, so let's get to making some of your very own tulips. To get the free printable for this project, you can visit my blog at poppyseedmini.blogspot.com. And of course, the link will be in the description box below. Then you're going to take your printable and cut your leaves into strips. Once you have a strip cut, you can fold the leaves down the center. Once the strip is folded in half, take a glue stick and glue the paper. Like so. Now I forgot to mention, I printed my leaves on just regular printer paper. Not cardstock, not brochure paper, nothing fancy, just regular printer paper. Once the glue is dry, you can cut out the leaves. Like so. Cut and make a bunch of leaves. And once they're cut out, I like to go back and fold and crease the leaf. Like so. And then you can also play with the edges and curl them. Just giving them some unique character. To make my flower, I use my large flower punch, and I got this as a 3-piece set from Amazon, and I'll add that link in the description box for you guys. Take your punch and punch out several flowers, and I'm using a cardstock. It's not too thick, it's not a really thick scrapbook paper, it's just regular cardstock. And it is solid colored. I find a lot of these at Michael's in their color packs that are really nice, and I definitely recommend those ones. To give my flower a little more texture and character, I like to take my watercolor pens and kind of give them like a splash of color. And that way, if you don't have the exact color that you want for your flower, you can create it by watercoloring your paper. Had really good luck with this. I love my watercolor pens from Artzeka. If you're using real watercolor, just make sure not to get it too wet. That's the important factor there. All right. I'm going to flip it over and use a pin or a push pin and poke a hole in the center bottom of the flower. And then I take my dotting tool and I'm going to shape the leaves. And I just kind of push them through the center of the petal, and then I round out in the bottom. And then I go back with my hand and I just kind of push all the petals together. I might even twirl it a little bit like so. so that it's all together. And don't forget to get creative with color. You can definitely do a lot and create different designs and tones. So be creative, y'all. The next thing you'll need is coated floral wire. And I found this one in the floral section, and it's a little bit thicker. It's a 22 gauge. Let's see here. It's a little bit thicker. It's a 22 gauge stem wire. And I like this one for the tulips because tulips have a thicker stem. But another place you can check for coated floral wire is in the bakery section. And I love this set, especially when it's on sale. It comes with different color options, some floral tape. But these ones are thinner. I don't know, let's see. Doesn't tell me the gauge of this one. So I like the thicker floral wire for this project. The other thing I use is embroidery floss for this project. And all you'll need is a little 1/4 inch piece. Add some glue to the very end of your wire. And glue on that floss. Now I like to get it to separate a titch. So I'm kind of trying to glue the different pieces all the way around. Like so. Then you're going to take your flower that you made and slip it on the other end of the wire. And if your hole isn't wide enough, you may need to widen it up a little bit more, depending on the thickness of your wire. And I find twisting the wire as I'm pushing it in helps make a difference as well. All right. Add some glue at the very bottom of your yellow thread and push that up into place. And you're just going to let it dry. And then you can go back and shape it a little bit more when it's done. Once it's dry, you can trim your wire off with a wire cutter. And I'm making long stem tulips right now, so I cut it to about 3 inches. Then I start gluing on my leaves. So I'm just going to add a couple bits of glue here. And I did have kind of small, medium, large leaves on the printable. And I like to start with the smaller leaves. And I kind of put them on so that they just get to caress or shape the flower there. And I put one on either side, like so. And then I'll add more glue a little bit farther down. And add on some of the bigger leaves. Oops. Spun that one a little too fast there. Make sure that's stuck on. Turn it over and add another leaf to the other side. And if you want it to be really bushy, you can even add more leaves if you want. Like so. Then, once I have a bunch made, I grab a pot or container, and today I'm just using one of my 3D printed olive buckets. And I stuff my container with moss. Gives it a nice pretty green look on top, but it also makes it nice for sticking my tulips right into my pot. And I just kind of start by placing one of them in the middle and then adding the other ones around. And then you'll have a nice full bucket of tulips for your dolls. Since we're making tulips, I thought how fun would it be to make some bulbs as well. To make the bulbs, I really like using cream or brown paper, and this I just found in packaging, like from Amazon, and not quite sure where I got that one, but again, you know, free materials here. And then I grabbed some beads. You can use the same punch as the tulips and just punch out a couple from the cream. And I'm going to punch out a couple of the brown. It stuck. Then I add some glue to the flower. This one broke a little bit, but that's no big deal. And I'm going to set my bead on top, like so. And I want the hole to be up and down because that's going to come in handy later. And then I wrap the petals around the bead. And it's not going to cover it all the first time, but that's why we have multiple layers to add to this. All right, so I got layer number 1. And I'm going to switch to brown now. Add some more glue to this one. And I'm going to make sure I kind of put this one opposite so that it's going to cover any of the holes from the last one. And wrap that around and kind of squish it into place. It's okay if it looks a little wrinkly. We kind of want that natural look to it. Like so. And that's already looking great already. Here, let's zoom in on that. And if you want it to have more color and details, you can always come in with a pen and give it a little more color. Like so. If you'd like to make it look like it's sprouting, you can just take a little piece of green from a fake plant, and I just like to glue those into the center to make it look like you've got some sprouts coming up. Like so. Isn't that cute? But the other idea is if you'd like your tulip to be growing out of the ball, just take your tulip that you've made and trim off some of the end. And then you'll glue that into the bulb, like so. On this one, I even glued on some white thread to the bottom of the bulb so that it would have roots. And the cool thing about that is if you add it to a clear glass container, it looks like you've got a rooted tulip growing. So I quick went and made another printable so that we can have some packaging for our bulbs. All right, to make up the little packaging, you're going to cut it out. Make sure you have the front and the back, and turn the back and fold it on that line. Then I take my mini hole punch and I punch a hole in the center. Like so, just in case we want to hang this up. Next, I take a piece of tooling, and for some reason, I don't have white. I'd probably use white for this project, but green will be pretty too. And then I take a few of my bulbs that I've made, and I fold them into the tooling. Just kind of wrapping it up and around. So you've got like a little bag of bulbs. And then I'm just going to take a little piece of wire, since I have it lying around. You could also tie it with a piece of thread or anything like that. Just something that's going to pinch it closed. Like so. And then I'm going to trim off all the extra fabric. And then I just glue it into the package. I glue it down to the front, and then I add a little more glue and fold it closed. So you can still see the cute little bulbs out the bottom. Isn't that fun? Now we're all ready for some springtime bulb shopping. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Poppy Seed Mini. Thank you for joining me for another fun craft. We sure hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have fun crafting.